So on this show, we're going to be talking about Facebook marketing and what you're probably doing wrong. We've got 6 points, which are if you're engaging with companies, if you're money no one sees your posts, if you're putting marketing messages out to your own followers. They know what you do, man. Using a basic boost post function rather than using the proper advertising platform. You think your target market is on Facebook. 1.6 billion people on Facebook, and the people that you want to sell to aren't there. Really? No. And the last one is if you're pushing sales messages with your adverts, if you are using adverts or in your content, rather than pushing out great content. And this is the most important point, actually. So if you're not interested, if you're bored, if you're looking at it and saying, oh, this looks too long, skip to point 6 on the video. Just watch that one. That's the most important thing. And then when you've done that and you've realized that I was right, maybe go back to the beginning and watch it all again. Cool. So 6 things that you're getting wrong with Facebook at the moment. Number 1, we're gonna go with trying to engage with other companies on Facebook. I don't really know where to start with this other than just stop doing it. We hear things or see things, companies posting on other companies' pages, expecting that, oh, they've got 20,000 followers, therefore if I post on their page, other people are gonna see it and think that I'm great. That's just not gonna work. It's old-fashioned, it's salesy, it's desperate, it's just not going to work. That's not gonna show up in anyone else's feed. The only people gonna see that are people that are looking through the comments on someone else's page and have decided that, oh, that's a really intelligent way of trying to steal marketing off someone else. I'm gonna use that company because they seem legit. No. Just stop doing this. There's no other real way to sort of say it. Going on to other companies' pages and promoting your stuff is just plain stupid. What can work is using Facebook to comment on other companies' pages. So if you've got a client, for instance, who is posting great content, then use Facebook as your page and comment on your client stuff. One of the things we'll be getting into in one of the other videos, and when that's done, that'll be up here, will be about how sales, marketing, PR, and advertising are really merging when it comes to social media and digital marketing these days. And this is where PR and marketing really kind of do tend to merge together in the fact that traditionally you'd have to have a sales manager that would call up a company every month, see how things are going, see if there's anything they can do for them. Now you can do this daily and without leaving the office and in 2 seconds. Best way to do this is with Twitter, and we'll talk about that, and when that video's done it'll be there. But you can do it with Facebook. We've got a client of ours actually that do it quite well, that engage with us whenever we post things that they find interesting, and it reminds me of what they do, it reminds me they're around from a point that if we need their service, maybe I'll get in touch with them. So that can be useful, but in general, just stay away from it. The main thing here is use social media platforms as they were intended. Whenever you try and bend the rules, whenever you try and twist it and make it so that it works for how you want it to work, it just doesn't work. You're getting it wrong. People can see through it. The main thing is be honest and use the platform natively. Use it as it was intended to be used. Number 2, moaning that people don't see your posts. I hate Facebook because no one sees anything I post. Facebook is rubbish. It used to be great, but no one sees your stuff anymore. I've got 10,000 followers and only 20 people see my posts. Do you know why that is? It's because you're posting rubbish. The way that Facebook works is very, very clever. It's made so that the platform is useful for people. Go onto your personal Facebook now and look at how many pages, bands, artists, events, causes that you like. It'll probably be in the region of over 100 potentially. That means that if Facebook didn't use what they call their edge rank algorithm, then every time one of those pages posts, it would come up in your newsfeed. You'd be completely spammed with rubbish and you'd just be stuck with it. The user experience would be completely ruined. When Facebook got really popular a few years ago, they started to increase the way that their algorithm works so that you only see things that are engaging to you. So notice, look at the list of pages of things that you like, okay? Pick one that you've not even clicked on in years, click on it, have a look on it, maybe like a couple of the posts, and then see what happens. You'll find that that company starts coming up in your newsfeed a lot more often. That's how it works. You're engaging with it, you're interested in it, so if they go, oh, Facebook says, you're interested in this, I will show you more content. That means that if you're posting stuff that no one's interested in, it's not gonna show up in anyone's feed. If you're moaning that no one sees your stuff on Facebook, then 1, maybe you're just posting rubbish, or 2, you're probably not doing any advertising so they can actually get out to people. Because then the other thing is, yes, this is how it works, and it needs to work this way. So what that means is when you post things on Facebook, you need to pay for it. You need to pay for it to go out to your followers. And this isn't Facebook being the man and trying to like beat down on small business. It's Facebook have got the most powerful, most useful, most targeted platform for marketing on the planet, bar none. Number one, the best. You can target absolutely anything. I got a new Sony Z4 earlier last year, and the next day I started getting adverts for, is your Sony Xperia Z4 slowing down? Because Facebook knew that I got a new phone. When I logged in the next time, it had the code and said, oh, this person's got a new phone. And then when the company that were marketing to me did their advertising, they said, I want our adverts to only go out to people that have Z4s. It worked. I didn't buy anything because it was a company that I wasn't interested in, but the advertising got to me. I remembered it and I'm talking about it now. It's very, very targeted. And that was more of a matter of the companies not having a good service and having a good offering, and the marketing message was rubbish. It was just literally, hey, buy from us. No. So what you need to do is you need to target people properly. Number 3, posting marketing messages to your followers. So what I was just saying about people who are already following you and not being interested in what you're doing, what they're really not going to be interested in is you posting saying, if you're, I don't know, a microbrewery, saying, hey, we sell beer. Yeah, they know that, genius. Don't bother with that. Create content that's interesting, and that's it. Create content, create blog posts. You need to create content that's valuable to people. Don't try and sell things to them. People aren't interested. You don't go onto your own personal Facebook page and say, hey, everyone, buy this awesome mouse because it's really cool and it's the best mouse I've ever had. No, but you might share your experience in something. You might be just generally talking about how you've had a life-changing experience of a mouse because it has the ability to change the resolution of how it scrolls, if that really floats your boat. And you may find that someone then talks to you about this amazing mouse that is made by CM Storm. Can we get some money for that, please? People might try the mouse because you've been honest and you've been engaging and sharing your experience. That works for your own business as well. Create good content, share your experience, share your knowledge. It's the reason why we're doing this. Let's get straight and blunt to it. Point 4, you're using the boosting post feature rather than using the general ad platforms. You're just listening to Facebook when they say you should boost this post and you're boosting it going, okay, that sounds fun. Click. Just don't. There's some maths that makes this make sense. It's not very complicated and it should make sense to you, okay? So say you've got 2,000 followers and you've got a post on your Facebook feed and it says to you, your post has gone out to 200 people. That's clearly 10%, which is 50% more than the average. Oh, great, it's going out to more people. Let's boost this post so it can go out to everyone. That's just Facebook's algorithm working. It just decides how many people it goes to. If it's people have clicked on it and shared it and liked it, commented on it, and therefore it's gone out to other people's feeds and therefore it's getting loads of momentum and it's being shared, then yeah, maybe that's worth boosting and that could be good. But don't boost it based on just the fact that it's gone out to more people. That's a complete waste of time. And then secondly, even if it has only gone out to 200 people who are following you and a few of them have clicked like, that's still only a 10% sample set of the 90%. And there's another 90% of people that haven't seen this post. You're saying that 10% of people liked this post who follow me. What about the other 90%? They're important. They're a lot more important, in fact. The better way to do it, go into Facebook's ad platform. When you're creating a post, you want to put some good content out there and create an advert from the beginning. You can do it just the same as you would do a normal post. There's no real difference in it other than the fact you can target it. You could target to a subset of your followers even. If you only want it to go out to 30-year-olds who follow you, you can do that. Or if you want it to go out to all of your followers, you can do this as well. Set the advert to go to every single person that follows you and then set it live. Set a cost per click, which is how much it will cost you if someone engages with that post, and put it out. So what you're doing then is you're automatically getting every post that you create being sent out to everyone who follows you. So this whole moaning that no one sees your post, they can see it. Yeah, it might cost money if they engage with it, if they click on it, but make sure you're putting content on there that's worthwhile so that when people do click on it or engage with it, that's adding value to your company, that's pushing towards sales for your business. And then you're actually getting somewhere. And if you're worried that it's going to cost too much money, there's a maximum bid set that you can put on there. You can set it so it's not going to cost you more than a tenner, more than 20 quid, just like you can with boosting posts. But you know automatically it's going out to the right number of people, it's targeting the right way, and it's going out to them all straight away. That's really important. Point 5, my target market isn't on Facebook. 1.6 billion people on Facebook and the people that you want to sell to aren't there. Really? This is pretty much most of the time rubbish. There's over 1.6 billion people on the planet that are on Facebook. 49% of people over 60 in the UK are on Facebook, and that number's rising. I've had this before from a client. My customers are all quite old and therefore they're not on Facebook. Okay, so say they're all over 60. 50% of people over 60 are on Facebook. So are you going to ignore a platform where 50% of your potential customers are just because it's not 100%? 100% of people over 60 don't watch TV. 100% of people over 60 don't walk down the street where you're putting a billboard up. 50% is a really great sample set, especially when you can target your advertising to, so the fact that only people over 60 will see the advert. Wherever else you put your advertising, you're gonna be wasting money on people that aren't potential clients. With Facebook, your adverts only go out to the people you want them to, and you only pay when the people you want to get to engage with what you're doing. If you don't think that Facebook marketing is useful for your business, email me, liam@bantermedia.com. Email me today, tweet me @lawfilm on Twitter, comment below, get in touch with me, and I'll happily spend 10 minutes of my time, 20 minutes of my time explaining to you how you can use Facebook to grow your business. There's only a couple of businesses we've worked with where I've not suggested it, and that's usually big businesses that only need 5 to 10 clients. Each one of their clients is worth hundreds, if not millions of pounds. In that instance, yeah, maybe it's not the right platform for you because you're looking at targeting big companies and a very small number of them. Otherwise, if it's B2C, so if you're targeting consumers, you need to use Facebook. End of story, that's it. Point number 6 is you're pushing sales content. You are doing advertising or maybe just through normal posts, but you're pushing sales messages rather than content. This is an interesting one because it's something that we do, but I'm starting to veer away from it now in the view that one thing that we always say, and people don't like direct sales, it doesn't work anymore. People are wise to it. People have ad blocking software on computers they use now anyway. They don't like being sold to. Whenever we do adverts on Facebook, the little ones down the right hand side, if they're the ones you're thinking of, by the way, we're not talking about that. I'm talking about the sponsored stories that go in the main newsfeed that just appear just like normal posts. They look like organic posts, but they're not. They're targeted. The adverts on the right hand side, just don't bother with them. People know they're advertising. They get turned off. They may work, but the click-through rates, the conversions, stay away from them. It's not where you need to focus. So pushing sales messages out, even if it's targeted, so targeting to the right people and trying to get a salesy message across of you need to buy my product can work, especially if it's personal, it's engaging, it's got human touch. The real key and the real if you're going to take one thing away from this whole video, it's this. The most important thing of trying now is create good content, create blog posts. Look at what BuzzFeed do, look at what Who Say do, but look at how they get people to click on their links. The kind of 7 things that are blah, 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 blah. The most important thing you need to blah, 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 blah. Something they call it link baiting, things that make you look at it and go, oh, I really need to know that, click. That sort of stuff is brilliant in the view to, if you can create really good engaging content. Talking to a company the other day that do installations for vehicles. And my suggestion to them, which will work really well, is creating a post that is aimed at their specific demographic of the construction industry that they're targeting, and create a post saying 7 things you're not doing right with your van structure, or 7 reasons your van's wrong, 7 reasons why the way you've set up your van is going to cost your business money. Something that makes people think that they need to know this content, that their business won't work without it. This video was based on a LinkedIn post, which was 5 things you're getting wrong about Facebook. So creating blog content or just content that you're sharing that people feel that they need as part of their business, that they think that without this, my business is going to fail. They're going to then click on the link and they're going to find information that is deemed to be really engaging and important for their sector and view you as an authority in the area. That's great. They may then leave. Making it so that on that page though, they've got every reason and every ability to get in touch with you or to buy a product if it's an e-commerce site is key. Making it so that the things you're talking about in the blog post can be bought from the right hand side of the page or bought at the end of the article, that there's a contact form that follows you down the page potentially if you're a service business. That's really great, but they may still leave because one of the things that you've got with Facebook you don't have with set of AdWords or Bing if you're using that, is that you're targeting people when they're not in the mood to buy. They're not actively looking, you're actively finding them. With AdWords, it's when they're searching, essentially, so they're looking for a product or a service, so they're in the mood to buy at that time, which makes it easier. With Facebook, you're catching them maybe when they're on the toilet, potentially, who knows. And this is the really important bit, is making sure that you set up Google remarketing lists and Facebook remarketing lists, audience lists, essentially, for both of those. And that's just a little pixel that your web developer can put on your site, or you can put on your site if you know what I'm talking about, and setting it up on your pages so that every time someone views your page or clicks through to your advert, you've not lost them. You've got them on a list then that you can then use potentially on Facebook for the next 6 months. AdWords is usually maximum 90 days, but you can then remarket to them. So send different marketing material to them through Facebook and through AdWords search and display, so that you're constantly making them aware of you, remember who you are, so that when they're ready to buy, there's only one option. They're reading your blog post daily, they're seeing your content online. You're the only name that's in their mind. They're gonna buy from you. Content marketing is king, it's not anything new, but the key thing is integrating the way that you're using the rest of your social content into remarketing lists, so that when people visit the page, and you can do it for each page specifically or each product specifically if it's really important, you're then able to remarket them. Everyone's been on sort of the top brands and seen that bag that they've looked for, follow them around Facebook. If you're not doing that for your business, then start today. It's dead simple and it is free. When people are moaning that Facebook's costs too much money, it's not free anymore, no one sees my posts. There's a load of stuff that's free. The actual getting out there, getting in front of people, building lists of clients, that's all still free. It's one of the most amazing times to be in business that we have access to all of this. The only thing is you then pay when people engage. If you don't see the value in that, then you don't see the value in marketing. If you don't see the value in that, then again, drop me an email. Let's have a conversation because I can help you with that. That's the end of the show. Things that you're doing wrong with Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, then follow us on Facebook. Click like below, down here somewhere, click comment, tell me some awesome stuff about how amazing it was and you can't believe you just wasted the last however long of your life listening to me, but you want to carry on doing it. Email me, liam@bantermedia.com, feel free. Twitter, I'm @lawfilm or @bantermediauk. And again, comment, let's start a flame war. Tell me something really awful about me and let's like go back and forwards and waste our time because that's useful. But fun. We'll be putting more shows out. Keep following us. Hope you had fun. Bye.